So that's it for today. Our garage is now organized and way more useful. Thanks for watching, and you again.
And a good morning to you too, Sally. You know this place is a mess, right? You got plants everywhere.
How do you keep getting into places you're not supposed to?
Door's open.
But I have a gate now, and it was locked.
Well, you know what old Pappy used to say about gates? I ain't never met a gate that ain't been.
Is there more to that saying, or?
Well, yes, as I was saying, it appears that you have a plant infestation, and that you need the garage maximizer 3000. It will take care of your problem lickety split. All you do, turn the knob, pull the button, and apply.
No!
Breaking news we're tracking for you right now. Crews are battling a house fire in North Fort Myers.
Hello and welcome to my new garage, which, I mean, it's more of like a new to me garage than a new garage, but let's go with the new garage. And as you can see, it is, well, it's full of junk. Well, not junk, it's full of my stuff, but we moved in and all the boxes for the garage just got piled in here. I've been going through them, trying to find tools as we're putting things up in the house, and it's been this way for a week now, and it's time to fix it. So, today we're going to be going over a little bit of garage organization. It's not too hard. You just, well, to start you need a clean canvas, so that's where we're going to start. All this stuff is, or most of it's going to come out of here, not the hard to move stuff. And then all this other stuff, like on the walls, you can see whoever lived here last, they put up all these random racks and places. We've got like some old bathroom cabinets, some horns up there. All that stuff's got to go. I don't know why there's like insulation here and not in the rest of the garage, but I'm gonna rip that out too. You also got this kind of half attic thing up there too. I haven't actually been up there yet. Y'all are now seeing more than I have, but I think there's just some junk up there. We got to clean that out. So step one, the basic idea is get all the crap out of here and get a clean slate to start with, and then we'll go from there. Found where the rats were living. It was lizards. Let's let some lizards crawl away. Maybe it's lizard poop. It's so much better. So it may not look like a lot of progress, but I have been cleaning this garage out for almost 3 hours now. I think we're finally done with all the lizard poop. Everything is gone upstairs, everything is gone in the cabinets, everything the old homeowners left. And so next up, I'm gonna start putting stuff away. So whenever I pulled it out, I kind of organized it as we went. So we've got air compressor stuff, welding type stuff. I think this is woodworking over here. We've got plumbing, electrical, and then things that I know are gonna go right on the workbench. So I don't really like the cabinets in this workbench, mainly because there's not a back to them, so they back right up to the studs, and then stuff just falls back there. I've already lost a few things back there, so I'm only gonna try and put big stuff in there. I'm gonna do a new pegboard, we'll see that in just a second here. And I do have left over from my old house a set of shelves, so these are about 18 inches deep, I think 4 feet long. I'm gonna shove that right up in the corner here. One thing you wanna think about when you're doing shelves is what kind of cars you wanna get in your garage. So I'm gonna put the shelves up front, that way I can go ahead and still pull a car in, get the front door open, and then walk out and not get, stuck behind shelves on my way out of the garage. The plan is to put the Raptor and the Escalade in this garage, and I do have enough length. That was actually a problem in my last garage. I wound up putting the shelves in the front, and then I didn't have enough room to pull the truck in. So don't make that mistake. This table doesn't go in here, but it won't fit in the house right now because I welded it together and I need to make it so it can come apart and bolt together, so I gotta fix that. The engine, that's the problem right now. We need to put that engine over in that red car over there, but I need some time. I need to not be doing this. The plants are also a problem here, but we don't have a greenhouse at this house, so right now they're kind of living in here. We'll get rid of them in, a few days, few weeks, once all the freezing weather is done. So assemble a shelf, start putting stuff away, and we'll talk more about things as we get to them. right, so it's been a few days now. We had Christmas, family over, stuff like that, so I had to pause on the garage, but we've made some progress, and I've been living with what I've done so far for a few days. I've already made some changes. So first one, cabinet doors, they're gone. They're a pain in the butt. I thought it'd be nice to have something to keep like all my tools and stuff clean, but I found myself like, wasting time just trying to get to stuff. And once there's a car in here, they're going to be harder to open. So cabinet doors are gone. We're just going with the shelves. The drawers, they're working okay. I had to put some handles on them. And the way things are working here, I'm organizing stuff based on the frequency that I use it. So really what I wanted to do was put my drills and stuff, which you can see most of them are already gone because we're using them over there. I wanted to put them down here so they're like the first thing you get to in the garage, but the shelf isn't big enough. What I do have is my 2 most used socket sets. Those are right there ready to go. We've got hardware next, like screws and nails and all that sort of stuff you use pretty often. And someone's going fishing. Huh. Mickey. Yeah, so all the power tools wound up over here. Also got corded tools in here too. Up here started to get a little bit interesting. We've got automotive paint, automotive tools, some odds and ends. And that's because some of the other stuff, it was just too big to all fit in those size of shelves. That's why I like adjustable shelves better. You can, make them fit the size of the things you have. So we've got big saws down here. We've got paint there. This is electrical. To match that, we've got wiring over here. That was always hidden in my old garage and I hated it. So now it's easy to get to. That's great. More electrical, plumbing, unfinished projects. Need to get to those. At this point, I'm just trying to stuff stuff where I can. Like I said, this table isn't staying, but right now, the good plants that don't leak have been invited to stay on the top. The bad plants or very large plants are on the bottom. Over here, we've got air compressor central. We've got the vacuum. We've got the electrical reel. And so in my old garage, this and that were up on the ceiling and they were in the middle, kind of next to the garage door opener. And what I found over time is that wasn't the best. So number one, that made it so we couldn't put the lift in the middle of the garage. If you put the lift in the middle and you tried to raise a car, you're gonna run into your air reel. Not good. And also, if you could get a car into the middle, like I'm planning on doing in this garage, you go to work on it, you've got your electrical and your air coming down right on top of what you're working. So this garage are gonna be over on the side, out of the way, and actually it's gonna let me get the hoses farther if I bring a car up here and I'm working on it in the driveway here. The air compressor and all that stuff, it looks like it takes up a lot of room, but if you come over on the side here, it's still back behind the edge of the garage. So if you pull your car in, you're not gonna be hitting your mirror on that or anything like that. So we've still got a bit to do here, even though we've made a lot of progress. So you can see there's some stuff lying around still. And I mentioned earlier that I wanted to keep the space at the front of the garage open so I could get long trucks and cars in here. But that just means like at hood level on the ground where the car is. The space above, I'm gonna say, how about from this line right here? That line and above, free to use. So that's what we're gonna do now. I got this rack here. It's made for storing wood and other things. It's what is it? A Bora wall rack. You can see my pile of steel here. That's taking up some valuable floor space. So we're gonna put that on the wall. And we also have these Cobalt K-rails right here. So I've used these for a number of years in different garages. They've worked out good for me. I'm not gonna say they're the best ones, but I have this box here of all these K-rail accessories, so it made sense for me. The rails are pretty cheap to just, use what I have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put those rails all along the garage here and start throwing stuff up on the wall and use that unused wall space. So K-rails, hang stuff on the walls, and then we're gonna get to what I consider probably the most interesting and important part of garage organization. The first rails. Oh, also, so Cobalt sells special screws for these, but they're overpriced black screws. So just use drywall screws. They're black, they work, they look good, and they're way cheaper. So unfortunately, these rails are 50 inches long, which means they're not gonna line up with the studs, which is lame. So I'm gonna chop these like halfway through each stud as I get to them, and then they'll all fit. Alexa, play music.
Here's a station you might like, my soundtrack on Amazon Music.
getting there. So we got our wood rack or steel rack up. We got all of our K-rails across the garage, some over the toolbox, some over there. So I put all the brooms over here because brooms aren't just for garage messes. Sometimes you want them for house messes, and so they're right there, right when you come in the door. Extension cords just, I don't know, they always seem to fit well there. And then again, trying to organize things with how frequently I use them. They'll probably move around. This isn't final, but it's a start. We have got some of our bigger rolling things just kind of shoved on the side here near the engine. Once the table and all the plants leave, I think all that stuff will kind of fit over there, and then we'll be able to get the truck in here. But for now, I just kind of put it all there, and that's where it's gonna live for now. So if you notice, pegboard, not done yet. All the tools in these 3 boxes right here, they came off the pegboard at my old house, so hopefully they fit on this pegboard, except we're not gonna use that pegboard. We're gonna use this one right here. Mostly because this one is not put up that well. It's kind of pieced together. It's just kind of falling apart. This will be all one big piece, and if you notice, this one's white, so that provides a nice canvas. And if you've been watching our channel for a while, then I think you probably know what I'm about to do to it. And there you go, pegboard is assembled and done. This one was a little bit smaller than the pegboard I had in my last garage, so it's kind of challenging to fit everything in there, but we got it all. We've got your marking section, your hitting things section, make it level. We've got clamps, all these wrenches. We've got, well, not gear wrenches, but wrenches with gears, non-gear wrenches for banging on, pliers, vice grips, wrenches, screwdrivers all along the bottom. That always seems to work out well. So one of the reasons I like pegboards is you can see everything you have. It's quick to get to, like cutting discs up here. I know if I'm running low, I can go pick some more up. There was an outlet down lower, so I moved that up, added some more. Also got some USBs here for charging your favorite camera for your YouTube channel. All these pegboard accessories I've just kind of collected over the years. I don't know what brand they are or whatnot. I'll try and find like all the organization stuff we use today. I'll try and find something similar at least to link to in the description. But when you're using like these single pegs right here, it's important to always get these peg hold down things that go around each peg. That way when you pull off your wrench, your peg doesn't go flying off. We've also got our wall of power over here. I figured this works well mounting your battery chargers on the wall. Also have these battery holders I got somewhere off of Amazon. I'll try and find a link to those too. Thread checker. This is one of my favorite things that I recently added to my garage. And if you've ever been to an Ace Hardware, you've seen these there. I love them. They're great. They sell other ones online that are like kind of keyring type of things. I didn't want one of those. I wanted one of these. And so they were a little expensive. It was like 60 bucks for one of these, and I was like, not gonna buy it too much. Then one night I finally pulled the trigger. I did it. I ordered one, and 6 of them showed up. It was 60 bucks because they were a 6-pack. So I gave some of them away. Still got a couple more. If you would like one of these thread checkers, new in the box, send us an email, z2avideo@gmail.com, subject line thread checker, and a week from the day this video airs, I will randomly select 2 people and mail you a thread checker. We also got another light up here. It's always important to have a light over your workbench so you can see what you're doing. You don't get shadows from the lights behind you. Also, never mount your lights above your garage door. It's just like a waste. I've accidentally done that before and I moved them. I'll probably move these at some point, just move them up a little bit, but those are in the wrong spot right now. So our organization is basically complete, but as you can see, there's a few more boxes over here, and that's because they contain the one last thing we're going to do to the garage, which is garage decorations. So let's decorate the garage. So I didn't do as much garage decorating as I thought I would. We got a few things up on the wall though. It's looking better. But there's a few reasons for that. I'm sure some of you are wondering, why did I take the opportunity, like new garage, do drywall, epoxy floors, all that nice sort of stuff. And there's a few reasons for that. I treat my garage more like a shop than anything. Like I weld in here, plasma cut paint, and as tough as epoxy floors are, they don't hold up to plasma cutters that well. So it would just be a waste. And the other reason is this is temporary. So we got the garage set up like this, but it's only gonna be for hopefully not that long. So I think I mentioned before, the ceilings in here, they're not that tall. Can't fit a car lift in here, or you just can't lift anything. We got another single car garage over there, same sort of situation. So we need to remedy that somehow, whether it's building another structure, modifying one of these garages, not entirely sure yet, but we will be doing something so we can get higher ceilings. And speaking of making things fit, the Escalade has been in there the past couple nights. Actually, that fits pretty well. It's off at an appointment of some sort right now, so we're gonna take this opportunity to see if the truck fits in the garage. And actually, I did some measuring the other day, and even though we have all this junk in here, like up against the front until these plants grow legs and walk off, I think we can fit something else in here. I don't know if y'all realize what we just did, but the RX-7 and this new engine are now under the same roof for the first time. It's like the first step of an engine swap, right? Almost there. So, garage is organized, cars are in it. It gives us another bay over there underneath the carport in case it hails, so we can get everything under a roof. But more importantly, my life is back together. Now I can go and, hang pictures in our new house and arrange things and do all those other things that I don't really want to do, but at least I'll know where my tools are. So that's it for today's organization, but like I said, there's going to be more in the future because we're going to be building another garage. Probably I might even be doing it myself. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you on the next one. Only stabbed myself once with a knife.
I know what'll stop the bleeding.